put your drink on there now.
Oh, thank you, miss.
Hey, no cheek or I'll wheel clamp you.
Hey, aye, you bossy boots.
Ow! That thing's a lethal weapon. Have they said anything about how long before you're walking?
Oh, you know what they're like. They seem pretty sure they'll be walking soon, but just depends on how hard they tried the physio and that, you know.
Does it hurt? I mean, the physio.
Yeah, thank God.
What?
Well, no pain, no gain.
Yeah, I suppose.
I get dead fed up like doing the exercises on my own, though.
Well, I could help.
If you want, but it's dead boring, you know, Sam.
I could get you doing them to music.
Oh, aye, yeah. Stock Aitken and Waterman and Bossy Boots Rogers. What more can an invalid want?
Yeah, well, this invalid can tell me whether he wants tea, coffee or what.
Well, it's a bit too early for a bevy, like, isn't it?
Ha ha. Right, for that, you'll get what you're giving and like it, all right?
Billy gone?
Yeah.
Works long hours, doesn't he?
Perhaps as well at the moment. Sean, have you thought any more about what you're going to do?
No.
What's the matter? Is your head bothering you?
No, well, it's probably just the fumes from this stuff. I thought I'd give that water soak it upstairs, make it easy to get the paper off when I come to it.
Sean, the idea of you being here was so you could get peace and quiet. You don't have to flog yourself with the decorating.
Yeah, well, I'd rather be doing something. Stop you from thinking.
I know, love, but...
And, anyway, well, it's sort of my way of saying thanks, you know, for your understanding and that.
So, how is everyone then?
Oh, you know, my dad's put in for a new job. Our Casey's just your usual pain in the bum, and our Jeff's an even bigger one. Do you know he had to pay her £1.50 per hour the other day to keep her out of the way?
What for?
Because he had his girlfriend round.
Oh, is he getting a bit big-headed with some mate and that?
Well, it isn't just that. He's getting to think he's a bit of a cock at the walk at school. I mean, he has been doing better since I've been helping him with that dyslexia thing.
Oh, great. But, well, what I really meant was, how is everyone, you know, Ronnie and Nisha and them?
Fine, I think. I mean, we haven't had much time, you know, one thing and another.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. Perhaps we should all meet up, you know, one dinner time.
Yeah, are you all right there?
Yeah? So what do you think? Shall I ask Pete when he comes round?
Well, I mean, wouldn't you think it'd be nice if it was just me and you on our own? Would it be your first proper trip out and that?
Oh, so, you want me all to yourself, do you?
Yeah, I would. Oh, that'll be Pete.
Yeah. He always did have boss timing.
Oh.
Hiya.
Hiya.
You got Desperate Daniels indoors?
Yeah, come in. Oh, just a sec. Terry, I was just wondering if there's any news, like?
Oh, no, he's still stable after the op, you know.
Yeah, well, tell Sue we were asking, won't you?
Yeah, I will. Thanks.
Their baby's in hospital.
Hey, Daniels! You haven't been doing that Fields on Wheels business, have you?
Sean? 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 Sean?
Hi. Did you find Mick?
Yeah.
Sue's in the bath. Thought I'd whip up a couple of omelets for you.
Oh, cheers. Listen, I want to have a little talk to you, but I don't want you to mention anything to Sue, all right?
Oh?
I don't want to upset her anymore. I mean, I haven't told her what's been going on.
I'm not with you, Terry.
Trey, he's selling his cab. This time next week, me and Mick could be out of a job.
Why can't you make it a condition of sale that whoever buys the cab keeps you and Mick on? I'm sure he owes you that, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he's sick, isn't he? And if he's not going to work again, he's going to take the highest bid. And according to what Mick's just told me, the bids are coming in thick and fast.
None of them with any guarantees for using.
Well, the only guarantee me and Mick have got is if we buy it ourselves, isn't it? But where are we going to get nearly 40 grand from? Well, that's why I wanted to have a little talk to you, you know.
I just managed to get there before they closed for dinner.
Needn't have, it's not that bad.
Well, let's see if we can stop it getting that bad, shall we? Right, now get your head down for half an hour.
Oh, look, Sheila, I'm fine.
Get your head down. And get some sleep if you can.
Yeah, if I can.
Anyone for the last bit?
No, you're right.
I wasn't talking to you, you greedy pig.
You said anybody.
Yeah, well, that rules you out, doesn't it? You've been a nobody.
Oh, that's delightful, that is. Anyway, I don't want it. Thanks very much.
Go on, have it. I've had enough.
I'll go on then. If it's going to get wasted.
Hey, do you know what? I've heard there's a boss new pizza place open. Dead cheap pizzas.
Yeah, me and niece thought we might suss it out sometime next week.
All the four of us could go, eh?
Yeah. Well,
Well, we could though, Sam, couldn't we?
We'll see, eh?
only one definite, you know. We just thought we might. Well, you know how it is. Nishi's mum and dad don't always let her out.
Yeah, I know how it is.
Finished?
Yeah.
What's up?
Nothing. Well, it's just... One minute you're saying you're going to a pizza place. And when I say I want to go, it's because you feel ashamed me being in this thing. It's not very cool, is it, being seen with someone in a wheelchair?
Come on, you know me better than that.
Oh, I'm sorry, mate. It's just that I get dead paranoid in this thing.
You're not kidding. Come on, you can drive.
I won't start these until Sue gets down.
Yeah, right.
Terry, yeah, I'm sorry, I misunderstood you.
Well, it's just like me, isn't it, to try and borrow 30 or 40 grand off a mate?
Terry, I'm sorry.
Must just be the way I tell him, mate.
Well, it's no joke, though, is it? Not for you and Mick.
I've heard funny, eh? What did he say? Never rains, it pours.
Go, Ed.
Hey, come on, I've got to get to the library.
Hey, girl. I'm an invalid, I am, all right?
Yo, there's nothing on your arm, so dry up. Hey, dry up.
Oh, I wish Nisha was here. She wouldn't have me doing all this graft.
Yeah, well, she's still under at school. She'd have come otherwise. Mind if I use your comfort station before we set off?
Yeah, you can take me after and all, mate.
Yeah, sure.
I can't imagine what it'd be like having...
Having to have someone to take you to the toilet all the time.
Yeah. Look, I'm sorry, I didn't mean...
It's all right. Your embarrassment threshold has to drop about 6 inches when you're disabled. The thing is, before it happens to you, you think people must get used to it, you know, doing every little thing for you. But you don't get used to it, you know, Sam. You don't. At least I haven't anyway.
You're better at it than I'd be. Dependent, I mean. Not making such hard work of it.
But you've got no choice. I mean, if you get embarrassed, it just embarrasses the person that's looking after you, doesn't it?
See? You're a nicer person than me. I'd never have thought of it from someone else's point of view.
Oh, come off it, Sammy. That's rubbish and you know it. You're every bit as strong as me, Sammy. Don't forget it. Look, will you come part way with us? I've got to go everywhere by taxi now.
Hey, you're gonna be all right. I'll go and get my coat and stuff.
What are you telling me? I mean, do you know someone who might lend me the money?
I'm saying I can get you an unsecured loan at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, well, I mean, if...
No, unsecured loan is no good to you.
It was the only sort we're going to get, isn't it? Bank won't lend us any money because we've got no security. But if you know someone who will...
No, Terry, let me finish this. It's not as simple as that.
Hey, don't leave him stuck in there.
Yeah, right.
Well, go on. I mean, I've got things to do as well, you know, as well as Nisha.
Look, come here. I couldn't say anything, could I? But if you must know, she doesn't see you because it upsets her, right? It's the drink thing, Sammy. She worries about it.
But I haven't.
Yeah, Sammy.
I haven't. And if she's spreading it round, then I am.
She's not.
Yeah, well, she told you.
Yeah, but only me. And only because what you're doing scares her rotten.
But I haven't. Not anymore, honest. Look, tell her there's no problem and she can't come round.
Yeah, well...
Aye. Have I been abandoned in here or what?
Come in. Look, when you tell her, she'll come round if you tell her.
Will someone get me out of here?
And how do I convince that you're not trouble, Sammy? Because I'm telling you, that's what she thinks.
I'm not soft, you know. I do know the interest rate's bound to be higher.
Higher? We're not talking higher, Terry. We're talking into orbit. You know, there's no way you could make a living and pay off the loan.
What? Oh, come off it.
I wouldn't advise you to touch it with a barge pole, Terry. I'm sorry. Do you want to tell Sue this is ready when she is?
About the only thing I can tell her, isn't it? She's just finishing drying her hair. It's only been a minute.
You two must be worn out.
I think Sue's at her wit's end, you know.
And you?
Well, could do without all this business with the cab on top of everything, but... You sure I couldn't borrow the money?
No, Terry, how many times?
What about all these ads you see on the telly, you know? Asking people to borrow money off them all the time?
Well, look at the small print.
You what?
At the bottom of the ads, look closely, it always says loan subject to status. And quite frankly, Terry, you haven't got status.
Oh, well, I wouldn't, would I? I mean, I've only got a wife and a kid who are looking to me to look after them. All I want is a way of doing it. I bet you've got status, though, haven't you? No wife, no kid, no responsibilities, but bags of status.
Well, I'm sorry, Terry, but that's just the way things are.
Yeah. If you don't want a leg up, you can have it. But if you're the likes of me... Otherwise, just don't go and sign on the door and let you lot pay me the money you wouldn't lend me.
Well...
Right, love. Do you feel better after that?
Yeah. Well, at least now I'm clean and exhausted. You okay?
Me? Yeah. I'm fine.
Oh. Cheers, Sam. Thanks for the food.
Anytime. You be careful with the precious cargo, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it would have been great if you could come part the way with us, Sam.
Yeah, well, I forgot. I've got my general studies filled to sort out. And you know me, I'd forget my head.
See you later, though, eh?
Yeah, so have that thing souped up ready.
I will, yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
You'd have done better having a sleep.
Yeah, well,
Sean, I've been thinking. Do you think it'd be a good idea if you talked to somebody?
yeah, well, thanks, Sheila, but it's all right, honest. I'll sort it out.
But it might not be as big a mess as you think it is. Your mum has told me
Told you what?
about this girl trouble.
Did she? Yeah, well, I'd rather not talk about it, that's all.
But if you talked to a man, would you feel better about that?
No. Whoever it was that just turned me in.
Oh, love, no, not necessarily. I mean, Sean, come on, you're gonna have to talk to somebody sooner or later. And if it was a man, somebody we could trust, I mean, somebody who'd been in the army. Well, I don't know why I didn't think about it before, but Paul Collins across the road, my neighbour, you know, is something to do with, oh, no, what do you call it? Safa. Well, if you talk to him...
No! No! No, I'm telling you!
Living Issues Next asks, is it right for babies to be born in prison and to spend the first months locked behind bars?